Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I'm getting ready to work on actually the last layout that I'll be able to make from my Meet the Manufacturer, My Mind's Eye, My Girl kit. I haven't filmed all the videos in this series, so I'll make sure to share them at the end here. I will be moving on to the other My Mind's Eye collections after this video. So let me show you what I've got to work with. So as you know, well, you may not know, but I didn't have any embellishments to go with this kit. I just had papers. So I pulled some things from my inventory that can hopefully go with this last layout that I'm going to make. I've got these fancy pants. These are from the Happy Place collection. Some titles. I've got some canvas flare buttons from Scrap and Happy Studio. Don't know which ones I'll use, but I pulled these. I did pull a couple of colors from my photo corners. These are all from Heidi Swapp. Now this is the picture that I'm going to document in this last video, and it's just a picture of Quinn in one of those cutouts. She's a little flower here. So we're gonna document this. I've got a doily pulled. I've got some Colorwish Studio. There's hearts and stars in here. I've got a heart button, and I have a couple of butterflies that I've pulled. And from one of my boxes that I just keep extras in, I've got a couple of bees, and that was fun, a little paper clip, this hello, and a heart. So these are just things that I've got a couple of boxes on my desk of things that I want to get rid of, kind of like a bash kit. But what happens with my bash kits is I don't concentrate on them enough and they just grow. So I'm trying to be better about that. These are just things that I want to use, or let's make the decision to get rid of them, right? So that's that. What I've got left as far as papers, I probably will not be using this, but I'll save it for something else. I did do a layout with her riding her bike, so that's what I was thinking about for that. The only full piece of paper I have left is this one. And this is called, it's My Girl Collection, and this is called Rainbow. And I've used this side before. This time I'm going to use this side. And it looks like stitching, right? Like stitching. I'm going to probably use this in the middle. I really kind of wanted to use this, but I didn't like how this necessarily looked. But if we see a change, we see a change in the video. That's just how things go sometimes. And like I said, what I have left is scraps. So I've got kind of a larger piece of this zigzag. The other side of that were these circles. More of that red zigzag with the same there. We've got some of these. This is the bike paper. We've got some of that left. There's a couple of the cut apart sheets, cut apart items left. Here's that bicycle, 100% girl, and then really this is just all other pieces of what I have left. So not sure what I'm going to do. Probably going to just do a lot of paper layering in this one to get some of these pieces used. But I figured I would kind of give you an idea of what I'm working on next with this Making with the Manufacturer kit. Let me get some things figured out, and I'll come back and share. Okay friends, it's Jenny, and I have completed my last layout using the My Mind's Eye, My Girl collection. Now as a reminder, I did pick this for my Making with the Manufacturer series that I'm doing by myself this year, where I'm just going through my old inventory and picking out things based on companies that have maybe gone out of business, no longer making scrapbooking supplies, that sort of thing. So this is the layout I made. That was the last one, and let's talk about it. I did end up using the star. This was the only 12 by 12 piece of paper that I had left. So I did use this as my background, and I used this large 10 by 10 piece as, you know, kind of the focal paper. I did, however, take 1-inch strips of this tealish paper, and I kind of made a border around it so that it was a little bit separate from the actual star paper. Now this piece of paper here, everything else other than this 12 by 12 piece of paper is scraps. So this middle border piece here, I believe the back of that may have been the bicycles. I don't exactly remember, but oh wait, let's turn it. We got a lot. Yeah, it's the back of the bicycles. So this piece of paper here, this red chevron is the back of this paper. The blue chevron is the back of this circle-y piece of paper. So that's paper. Oh, and this polka dot paper is actually a back of cut-aparts. So everything, like I said, everything scraps. I just kind of pieced things together from my inventory. I didn't have any, with this collection, I didn't have any ephemera, so I just picked things that I had laying around. So this is just a piece of seam binding that I used some distress ink and tumbled glass to go ahead and give it a little bit of a bluish tinge. And I did use this as well to go ahead and ink up the edges of my papers, anything that's cut and around the photo mat. So I did that. I have two of the Scrap and Happy Studio Flair that I had showed that I was maybe going to use, so those are there. I used 3 butterflies. Those butterflies are something I got from Temu a long time ago. I have not ordered from Temu for quite some time, and I'm gonna I have to say, I never put it on my phone. I know people, it's less money, but the impact that I think that it's having on our designers and stuff, I'm really trying to stay away from there. I don't want to say never, but I haven't shopped on there in a very long time. I used these whitish enamel dots, and these are very old, from Teresa Collins, I believe. These bees that are on, I did put everything on a little bit of a foam adhesive. I believe these are from a Jen Hadfield collection. I don't remember. I just have those in my little box of things to use up. The Hello, as well as the Just Another Day, are from an old Simple Stories collection. And then I did end up using a doily that I had laying around on my desk. So this is the last layout that I made with this particular collection, and I'm sad I don't have it anymore now. I used it all. But you know, there's always new stuff coming out, always stuff that I love. So I should say that I love that I've used it, and now they're pages that will be in an album. So this is just, again, a picture of Quinn at a park, and she's got her little head in the flower. So that's the last layout. Now, I did not film a video for this double page layout that I did. This is, again, with this collection, and this was Quinn learning how to ride her bike in the spring last year. So once again, anything that you see, this background paper here, this blue, is actually from Bella Boulevard. It's one of their Besties collection. And let me tell you what color it is. I did save the branding strip too. This is Gingham and Stripes Ice collection. So I used those as my background because I did not have a lot of paper in the first place. So that's my background. And then you see here, you know, we've got strips. We've got the bicycles. I did cut out from the cut apart sheet this Be Happy. I cut around it. I used some wood veneer bicycles. I used some wood veneer happy faces, and also these On Our Way and Right Now. The Killin' It is just an alpha that I have in my inventory, along with the hearts that go with it. So the 3 photos here, and then 2 additional ones here. Cut apart here, girls just want to have fun. Another cut apart here that says hello. Use some random enamel hearts that I have laying around. This camera was on another one of the cut aparts I used. This star is from Color Rush Studio. So that was a double page layout that I made with this collection, and it's all about Quinn learning how to ride her bike last year. And the last one, I actually did have I used a cherry on top sketch with this one several weeks ago, and you know, I did gut the paper because I was saving what I had. So this is just Quinn playing, gaming with her dad, but don't tell her her controller wasn't really on. So I just used this. These are actually some papers from Honeybee, along with the blue one here. I have a 6x6 pad on my desk that I'm using as I need it. Got acrylics on here that were again on my desk. Some more random hearts, more flair from Scrap and Happy Studio. This title here is from Bella Boulevard. This patch is from Not Just for Boys Kid Club. So all four of the layouts that I made were using the paper from the collection, but then just other things that I have in my inventory that, you know, kind of complement and work with the collections. So this killed definitely this portion of the making with the manufacturer, My Mind's Eye, My Girl. Every single piece of paper was cut into, along with, you know, I said I used some Bella Boulevard, and this is what's left. I think I will just put this in my scrap paper because these could be used on maybe cards or something like that. No, I'm going to save this because they have the little scallop border, and that would be cute on a card. So we've got, you know, quite a few of those that we can use, and just that little bit of turquoise. So this is all going in scraps, getting rid of all the branding strips, and I hope you like it. This is, again, the making with the manufacturer, My Mind's Eye. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, as always, for spending your time with me. I do appreciate it. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.